You are watching a Tennessee Valley Sports Network exclusive. For more local sports content like this, please visit our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and more. Well, welcome back, everybody. We're here with head coach David Langston of Northwest Shoals. Well, Coach, last season Northwest Shoals went 31-25 and had a winning record in conference play. And most of the players on that team's coming back, and plenty of talented players also coming in this year of transfers and different high school recruits. How do you prepare a team to meet the expectations that this program is going into year two, and what are those expectations?
Well, expectations is what makes it fun for us. I know, quite a few people, try to encourage me and saying, "Hey, coach, it's going to take a couple years," but that was never what I was thinking. That's not how I was looking at it. I felt like that we were able to get this thing going right away, and fortunately, last year we got hot at the end of the season. Was able to kind of finish really strong, and I do believe that kind of carried over through the fall. And our guys they have a lot of confidence. They believe that we can win, that we can win right now. And in junior college, you're basically recruiting half of a new team every single year. So we were able to get this thing going really with 2 recruiting classes, and we do have a very experienced team coming back. And also, we were able to recruit a very talented group of freshmen. So expectations are high. I know as a coach, I do. I know our players, their expectations of high. That's what we try to convince them of every day, just by the way we practice and the things that we do. So we're excited about the fact that expectations are very high. But because of that, we've got to make sure that we're not the same team that we were last year. We did have a lot of success, but we've got to be better at this point in year 2 than we were last year. Last year, maybe some teams maybe took us lightly because it was a brand new team, a brand new program. So that's not going to be the case this year. They know that we'll have a good club, so it's going to be even a little bit more difficult for our guys this year.
Okay. One thing that you've mentioned to me is, avoiding a sophomore slump. How is this group doing to address that?
Yeah, I do. We talk about that quite a bit. We want to build off what we did last year, but we just can't take it for granted that, hey, it's just going to happen right away. It's going to happen again. And so, we have to let our guys know that just as I mentioned, that teams are going to be gunning for us a little bit more because they know what type of club we have. But that is an issue. Guys just think, hey, we're gonna win just like we did last year, and unless we have continued to improve and getting better, that could happen. But I just don't believe that's going to happen to this club. I think they got goals, and they've got their eyes set on the ultimate goal for junior college baseball, to go to Grand Junction. So that's kind of what our guys are preparing for every day.
Well, Coach, I assume that year 2, the depth is a little better than last year with first-year program. Well, Coach, how does the depth look like for this year, especially in the bullpen?
Yeah, pitching wise, even at the beginning of last fall when we started, even at that point to begin, we didn't have enough depth. Mm-hmm. And just like with every pitching staff, you have injuries, and we had our share of injuries last year. And unfortunately, we had some guys that really finished the year strong, but we just did not have enough pitching depth to win at the level that we've needed to. And we knew with this recruiting class, that's something that we needed to do. So, with the guys that we have coming back, we have from the guys that logged a lot of innings for us last year, but we do have a really strong freshman class on the mound. So, hopefully, if everyone stays healthy, I think we've taken care of that. But you're right. That was definitely an area of an improvement that we needed to make, and I think we've been able to do that.
Coach, this team's coming off a fall season. How well did the team perform and do in the fall?
We did have a good fall. The fall for us is about evaluation. It's not about going out and trying to win every single game, even though that's a lot of fun. We play a lot of guys. We really be able to evaluate our guys and see what we have and allow them to learn. So being able to do that, we play 20-something games in the fall. So by the time the fall is over, our freshman has, really basically played almost a high school season.
Yeah.
So it's an opportunity for them to learn. Then as they come into the spring, they have more of an idea about what the expectation and everything is. So we were very happy with our fall. We do have a couple guys that were unable to pitch in the fall that are going to be able to pitch in the spring. So we're excited about getting those guys out there in the spring that missed the fall.
Coach, Northwest Shoals has at least 3 players that I know of committed to go elsewhere at the higher level. What is that? How important is it for these guys, and how is it important for the program going forward?
That's a huge piece of it. We want to win games, but my opinion, one of the most important things that we can do as coaches at the junior college level is help our guys get to the next level. Through recruiting, that's how we get a lot of the players that we get, is because of, in the past where our guys have been able to move on and play it. So we put a lot of time and emphasis on that, but also our players have to understand that too, that, hey, everybody wants to move on and play at a higher level. What separates yourself from them that's going to give you an opportunity to do that? So a couple of things we do. Number one is strength. We spend a lot of time in the weight room just trying to help our guys to change their bodies, become more physical, to look like a Division I or Division II player. And I feel like when our guys leave here, I think they're ready to do that, just by how we practice and our expectations and what we expect out of our guys. But again, you're right. That is a huge piece of junior college athletics, and we put a lot of stock in that because it's big for recruiting. If we're able to, tell guys that we're trying to sign, hey, we had 10 guys that are moving on and playing at the next level, then they want to be a part of our program as well. We do have 3 guys that have signed, but we also have 5 other guys who currently have offers that have not made that decision about what they want to do.
That's fantastic. Well, I've heard a lot about Kay Prescott and his development, as well as Ryan Strachan. Is there anyone in particular that fans should look out in terms of, just progression and making a jump?
Yeah. Cade, the biggest thing for him is he was already 6'4".
Yeah.
He's a big kid. So for him, it was adding size and strength, and he's definitely done that. And that's been one of the biggest things for Cade. Cade was one of those guys that didn't have great offensive numbers, but he got to play every day.
He did.
He kept getting the opportunity to play and just was able to kind of learn. So definitely he's one of those guys. Taylor Bush is another guy that was able to, put up some big numbers that we have big expectations for. And you mentioned Ryan, no doubt. Ryan had some 4-year school offers. But Ryan is a young man that's going to do both for us. He's 90 off the mound, and he's going to be a guy that also hits in the middle of our orders. So expectations are very high for him as well. But we have a handful of guys that I'm kind of anxious to see, what progress that they've made after year 1 as freshmen, and even our current freshmen, what progress have they made from the fall moving into the spring.
Okay. Well, last question, and I'm sure you've gotten this before, but Coach, this is your second stint here at Northwest, second season in your second stint, I believe 12th overall, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Just, how is it coaching your alma mater? I mean, is it more personal to you? Is there a little bit more pressure coaching your alma mater?
And no doubt. Our field, as most recently was named after Mark Lee. I played for Coach Lee here when it was Shoals Community College. Our alumni, we have an unbelievable alumni association with the baseball program here that gives so much, financially, just time. And then, as you said, I played on the first team here. And then the opportunity to be coaching it when the program was shut down, and then also when it was brought back. So I love it here. I mean, this is what I really enjoy. I love college baseball. What our administration has done with our facility and everything, give us an opportunity, to recruit, bringing guys on campus, and they're able to see what we have is unbelievable. So I've been doing this 20-something years, and as you said, it's my 12th year overall here at Northwest Shoals, and I'm probably as energetic as I was 12, 15 years ago. A big reason of that is because of our players, man. I love our guys. It's a great group. They're a fun group to coach. I challenge them, but I think it's the players really themselves that allow me to enjoy what I do that makes this place special.
Well, thank you, Coach, for joining us. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, Noah.